Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and I have a cup of tea which is nearly gone actually, so it won't last long, but I've just been booking up cinema tickets on the computer, and as you know, I might have said it in the past if you've been with me for a while, we have cinema cards, and we used to have Cineworld ones. They were so easy just to, it saved your numbers, and so you didn't have to put the long number in each time. But this one, it doesn't. And even though I'm a member and my card number is stored in there as my membership number, it doesn't apply it to my tickets. I have to again type not just Gary's one, but mine as well. You know, could be better, couldn't it? Could be more user friendly. Anyway, light's a bit weird in here because it's kind of trying to be sunny. Freezing though. Just gonna slurp this tea down. Hang on. Can't let it go cold. I waited long enough for it. I went out the yarn van early this morning and packed orders. There's only one that I couldn't do because I've miscalculated and I have a ball of yarn missing. But as and I thought I can either let this person know and say, excuse me, but I've got 7. Or I could just order some more. So that's what I've done, because I needed to order from this particular company anyway. So I figured, you know what, just do it and it will come very quick, and then you can send it off once you get it and you won't have had no stock. And I've been meaning to make an order and I should have done it by now. This side's gone straighter than the other. Hang on. I'm just joking. Yeah, so I should have or put it in before, because one of the things I wanted, that they're kind of getting discontinued, and the white was discontinued first, and like an idiot left it too long, and another colour is gone, you know, unfortunately, but I still managed to get quite a lot, so that's cool. Just one missing. Oh well. But you know, I was out there working really early, and before I went out I said, Gary, I'm hungry, and when I come in there was no breakfast. I was like, oh, what's going on? So yeah, in the end he did make me breakfast. So but I said, where's the tea? You know, ended up having to do it myself. So yeah, as I say, I waited long enough for this, so just bear with me a sec. Don't need to see this. It's the fact that it will make more sound than normal. Hang on. I'm with you now. Normally speaking, I would now belch after a big old glug. I'm one of these people that, you know, has a sip, the tiniest sip of their Coke, and will burp 5 times. I had this boyfriend, and we he kind of opened a can and he just went glug 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 glug, and I thought, for a start, that's way too fizzy for me to do that. You know, I can't gulp anything down that's fizzy. But he didn't burp. You know, if that was me, I probably would have spontaneously combusted, not just burped. I would have blown up, man. Okay, let's have a look at the calendar. It's coming to an end. I'm quite sad. Oh, right, okay. Tuesday. Moving fast is the only thing keeping me safe, says the Mandalorian, and he's in a speeder. You'd think that the fact that they're hovering above the ground would mean that they're not safe. You're just saying, one false move and you crash. Right, okay, so I did that page yesterday. We're on this one. I did find my glasses. I think I might put them away actually. No, I'm definitely going to need them. If I'm not going to mess it up, that is. No, they're not there. Oh, they're hiding behind my cup. Here we go. Hello, guys. Welcome to parenting. Your choices are: listen to your toddler scream and cry for 10 minutes because you opened their fruit snack. Listen to your toddler scream and cry for 10 minutes because they don't know how to open their fruit snack. That right. My kid asked me to lay with him until he fell asleep. See you in 15 years. The easiest way to clean a messy house is to pour yourself a glass of wine and say you'll do it tomorrow. Actually, I came up with an ingenious way to clean things. After a party, Paul had a birthday party, and he had every child in his class, because it was when he was very small. And it was so hot and lovely. We had it in the garden. And when I looked, my garden was just debris everywhere. All the past the parcel presents and everything, the wrappers were everywhere. So I just said, whichever child collects the most rubbish wins this prize. And you've never seen a garden so clear and so quick. It was like, here's Mrs. Stubbs. You know, I gave them all a present in the end. Because they were only goodie bag presents after all, you know. But, wow, that was like that, you know. So you just can bribe them. You can bribe them. Those kids are so bribeable. Did I really say that? Yeah. Oh, so, yeah, we're going to the cinema, Gary and I. We're going to see Gladiator 2. And he wanted to see that Heretic. And I can't get my head round what's his face? Hugh, is it? His name has just gone out of my brain. You know, the one that was in Bridget Jones. Not Mr. Darcy, the other one. Him. Anyway, I can't get over him being in an evil film. Like him being evil. What's his name? It's going to really annoy me now, because why does my brain delete things when I need them? It does, though. Early onset dementia, do you think? Maybe. I don't know. So annoying. Anyway, he was in everything. Love Actually. All of the Bridget Jones. Very posh. Went out with Liz Hurley for some time. Still no name. You're all screaming it at me, aren't you? I can hear you, but I just can't hear it. Anyway, he's in a horror film, and it's just weird. I've seen the trailer a lot, and it's just like, you know, he's mean. He's horror. I know. Can I really get my head around it? And I'm not keen on horror films. I just don't like them. Quite a few times, Gary's dragged me to the cinema to see something, and I sit there, and as the credits finish and it starts, I get this, why are you here? What are you watching this for? You know, sort of dread. But, you know, it's all right if they're just suspensey, but I just don't know why I do it to myself, really. But anyway, whatever his name is, still can't think of it. It's just so annoying. I could Google it, couldn't I? Put myself out of my misery. You know what'll happen? I'll remember it just before it comes up, because it's like, hang on, let's go to the Heretic. It's opened up on the page of the films. Okay, you going to tell me? No. Hugh Grant. I know it was Hugh. How did I not remember it was Grant? Yeah, goodness gracious. I got the Hugh. You'd think that would make the Grant pop in, wouldn't you? No, wasn't going to. So this morning, I always look at my messages that I get and people's comments, and one said, I just watched Sarah from Create one of your mystery boxes. I went, oh, okay, now I can remember packing it and it's saying Create on her address, but I didn't realise that she had a channel or who she was, so I said, I'll go and have a little look-see. So I found it and I subscribed, and she opened a little mini, she opened one of these very things, and I didn't know it, you know. She opened one of these, and you know what, I kind of got a bit nervous. as she was opening it, because she was like, oh, you know, we'll see if it's worth it, and we'll see what we get inside, and all that. And she read out the blurb, and I'm starting to worry that I'd done a crap one. I don't ever do a crap one. But I started thinking, oh, now the pressure's on, right? But luckily I passed the mustard. There was a couple of colours that weren't really her colours in it, but they were nice yarns nevertheless. They were lovely yarn, just not the colour she would have chosen. But that's the thing. I always try, when I'm doing a mystery box or a mystery bag, to put in a range, because you don't know what people's, unless you know them very well, or you can go and stalk them a bit, you don't really know what their preferences are. Say like if one was to do one, I know I could put in, there's a bellissima in a colour that he would absolutely love because it's aubergine. There is a silkeress that I could put in, which is perfect. It's not called aubergine, but it is just his colour. You know, I could just know his colours, you know, because I know him. But that's not always the way, is it? And you kind of think, oh, just put in a range of snaz. That's all you can do. And, you know, hope that some of it really hits the spot. Which there was, you know, more value than the amount of the thing. So that was one on that respect. So, and it was meant to, like I always say, you get about like 5 100-gram balls, but she got 6. So I think one was a 50, but it was totally stuffed full. So I passed. You know, it's a bit, you know, I never do a one that I consider like, you know, because as my listing says, I will not ever put yarn that is the end of and that people don't want, you know, like when I used to get them from other companies, and I'd always unbox them and go, you know, afterwards I'd show it, try and be enthusiastic, and then afterwards go, well, I'm never going to use any of that because it's all rubbish, you know. That would be what I'd be saying inside. A couple of those colours maybe, but the rest of it, like when I used to get those Deramores ones, there was always like real naff colours in there that, but you know, doing this job as a job has taught me many things. There's no such thing as a naff colour, because sometimes I'll buy yarn or I'll show yarn and I'll think, oh, I don't like that one. And when I read the comments, people go, oh, I love that. And you think, that's the one I hated. But, you know, each of us have our own preferences and tastes, and they're not always the same. So, you know, it's really bugging me that one side's straighter than the other. Hang on. Maybe that works. Isn't hair annoying? When you want it straight, it curls. When you want it to be the same, and stupid head. So yeah, kind of if I was a moment, but as I say, none of them are ever cruddy. But when she said that, it started me thinking. But one thing she did do, reading out what she put on the listing, made me realise that I had not taken something off that I should have, because last year when I did my mystery bags, I did filled and unfilled. But someone bought just bags, and so I messaged them and said, these are to be filled with yarn. You know, the idea is that you buy it and then you buy the yarn, and they bought something like 5 or so many mystery bags and I thought, I can't really not honour that, so I sent them. But it just meant that I was losing my mystery bag stock. So I thought, right, well, I won't do that this year. I'll just sell them filled. And I'll say, if you want acrylic, you can message me for acrylic. If you want Aran, you can say, can you please put Aran and above or whatever. But I would take off the you can buy them on their own and fill it, because, you know, that wasn't good for me. And so I decided that I wouldn't do it this year. But I'd forgot that I might have written it in the description. So once this video is finished, I'm going to go and take that bit out, because that was last year and I'm not doing it again. And it's all right. I mean, some people did buy the mystery bag and then they bought the yarn to put in it, which is what it was intended for. But this person just said, oh, I'll have 5 of them bags. And that's all they ordered. Or whatever, how many it was, I can't remember. But I thought that's not what I would, you know, I might go out of stock of the bags doing it that way. So, yeah, I kind of decided not to do that again. So we will take that bit out. Now she's brought it to my attention that I not took it out. What else forgot to tell you? We babysat last night. And, well, actually, it was during the day. I did my videos. Thank goodness I'd filmed them. That's all I can say. But I'd filmed them. And, well, I don't know why, but I just had this idea when Gary said, I'm looking after the girls, that he'd be bringing them with him. That I thought what he said was that Charlotte was going to meet him and he was going to bring the kids back. So there's me thinking I've got all the time in the world. And I'd just finished filming and I was just about to start doing all the other bits. And there was a doorbell. And when I got out there, it was there. Oh, so luckily I'd filmed it and all I had to do was upload. So I had them on my own for a bit, and Ezra did a stinky nappy for me. I thought, it's like, well, thanks, Ez. You know, it's my the first nappy I do of him. What does he have? A poo. You know, lovely. Anyway, so I did that, and I thought I haven't changed a little boy's bum for a long time. Well, since Tyler was a baby and Harley, and obviously Harley was clean first because he was older as well, but and Tyler was lazy, but yeah, and he didn't have a little bum by then. He had a big one. Just saying. No, not really, but you know what I mean. It was bigger than that. So yeah, I did my first baby bum, and yeah, then Gary came home, and so I said, right, I'm just going to go and finish my videos then, because Ezra went asleep for a bit. But yeah, we've had them yesterday. It was oh, sorry about that, but I don't know why I had to move it. I'm a terrible fiddler. I don't know if you've noticed. I can't just sit there. I've got to be fiddling with something or annoying myself in some way. Terribly fiddly, that's what I should have one of them fidget spinners or something. I don't know. When I was young, and funny enough, I was talking about this, I think it might have been Victoria. I don't know if it was her or not, actually. But I've got this terrible habit, and it's less so now than when I was young, of bouncing my leg up and down. Do you know what I mean? You know when you kind of like, your leg under the table is like bounce, bounce, bounce. So it looks like you've got some kind of vibration disease or something. But I can remember when I was at school, it was terrible. I couldn't stop. And once you start with the leg wobble, you cannot stop the leg wobble. And the whole table would be like, and people would be trying to write, and they go, do you have to do that? Like, yeah. Sorry, but yeah. Oh dear, but yeah, used to be terrible for it. Too much nervous energy. I don't know why. Maybe I wanted to be outside, playing with the boys, playing football or something. I don't know, but my leg was all the time. And I still do it to a certain extent, but not as much. And I've got this other habit now, because I watch TV of an evening and I put my legs up, because we've got the chair where the legs go up. And this right leg does this. My foot waffles backwards and forwards. So I was like, so annoying, because I kind of knew I was doing it. And then I said to Gary one day, I don't know what he was doing, but something. And I went, don't do that. And he went, I have to put up with your leg waving. It's like, I suddenly realised that, oh my God, it must annoy him. It annoys me. So now when I find I do it, I just try and stop it. But I don't know why, but it's just only one. It's only the right one. Funny enough, it would just be the right one that wobbled up and down. So yeah, I've just got this one leg that's sort of doing its own thing. But you know what? I am really happy about. My hip problem has gone. Oh, thank goodness. I started to worry. I started to think that maybe I'd got a dodgy hip. But I think it was all that walking in Vegas. And then coming back, we went shopping that one day, and it was really painful. And it was for a little while, maybe because I've just lost a little bit more weight again, I don't know, but wow, I mean, I'm so glad it's gone. I mean, it's not to say that if I went on a mega long ramble it might come back, but you know, it doesn't hurt anymore. Thank goodness for that. Yesterday I hurt my back hoovering. I still don't know where the little lever is on the hoover, but I asked it to Gary this morning about that, and he went, I don't know where the lever is. I'm doomed then. I shall have to figure it out. Oh well. Anyway, what was I going to say? I was going to tell you something before I was on about leg wobbling. I can't remember what it was. I'm actually crying. It's weird, the habits we have though, isn't it? Especially kids, they've got the weirdest habits. But that was mine. The leg wobble. It was my thing. It was just all the time. But you think I'd have one skinny leg, wouldn't you? And the other one would just be fat. Imagine. I can't do it. Yes, I can. I can do it with the left. Yep, I can. But it's just obviously my leg doesn't want to. It's weird though, isn't it? I guess. So yeah, I had a Christmas present that I bought for Gary, and I can tell you what it is because he's got it now. It was a xenomorph, if you didn't wonder what that was. It was a Black Series collectible xenomorph from the Alien movie. So he said, yeah, I want this thing. It wasn't cheap, so I thought, oh, okay. He saves Black Series Star Wars and stuff. So I sent off for it, and it arrived. The box was battered, and the inner box, which is obviously a Black Series box, was squashed. So it was still a box. It still fitted together, but if you can imagine the top bit of this, if I squished it like that, it's never going to go back to being a lovely box, is it? It's always going to look like that. And plus it had one of those cellophane bits that was now not sitting right. So I put in you know, this arrived damaged, and it was collectible, so I'd like to return it. So the guy didn't, it was eBay. He said, how about if I offer you like a 10% discount? So I said, no. It was a present for my partner, and he collects things and he likes them in pristine condition, so I'd really rather just have my money back. So then he sent me another one. How about if I give you 20% off? Again, no. 30%? No. I'd want a refund, please. So he was like faffing about, so I got eBay to step in. And they sent me a returns label and said, you know, return it. So I did. I packaged it all up and I put the thing inside and I sent it off. And I got it back today. And Gary came in and he said, you've got a parcel out there in the kitchen. It's a return. And I thought, oh no, because the last time that happened was when, I'll tell you in a minute, but I thought it was someone's order that had come back to me. And I thought, oh no, not again. Because last time I sent it out of my own pocket, you know. So I thought, oh, it's happening again. So I went out the kitchen and there was this little box. And I knew it was one of my bags, one of my rainbow bags, only a small one. So I thought, what the heck is this? So I opened it and inside was the same box. Because what I did, to prove to him that it was squashed, and there was bits of his box hanging off, I put that inside one of my bags and sent it to him. And he hadn't opened it. It just put on return to sender. And so I thought maybe he thought by rejecting it, eBay wouldn't refund me because it hadn't been received, you know. But I checked and I'd got my refund. So I've got the refund and the xenomorph. So oh, Gary, oh, you can have it. You know, it's been rejected. He sent it back to me. So, and I've got my refund. So you might as well have it, just, you know. So he's kind of like made his box look a little bit okay and he's put it on the wall. But, you know, how crazy is that? Yeah, one time it was an American order, but they didn't give that person enough notice that it was there. And so by the time they'd been able to go get it, the post office just sent it back. And so it came all the way back to me. So what I did was I just repackaged it, and there was another order by that time. So I just sent it back. And I don't know, she's kind of said, oh, you know, like, let me know how much I owe you for the postage. And I thought, nah. You know, so I just did. But that was the only time that ever happened, and it was purely that particular post office's fault. But yeah, I thought it was another. I thought, oh my God, you know what's occurring? Like, but it wasn't. It was this person who was trying it on, thinking that I wouldn't get my refund and he'd be able to keep the money by rejecting the parcel. So it came back to me. I'm not sending it again. You know, see it. They've had their chips this time. But, you know, people do try it on, don't they? See, Paul had something similar. He sold a phone. And when he sent it, the person said it was broken and it was not as described. So, therefore, eBay held the money aside. And then he said, they said he had to return it then. And what he got back was a box of cereal, right? So obviously that meant it showed it was delivered. And they thought that they would then get their money back and the phone, because obviously they haven't returned the phone. It was perfect. There was nothing wrong with it. But they have the phone. But they thought that they'd get their money back as well by sending something else instead of the... But, you know, he got straight in touch and said, this isn't a phone, this is what I got. So they didn't give the person their money back. But unfortunately for Paul, he had to pay the eBay fees. And it was only like a matter of a week or so later, eBay said they weren't charging fees anymore. So he would have got a lot more money. He wouldn't have had to pay the fee. But how people are so devious sometimes, aren't they? You know, to actually think, well, it will show that they've had it back, but it was just a box of cereal. But, you know, he liked the cereal anyway. So people are devious, aren't they? They think they're devious, but it doesn't always work. Twice then it didn't work, did it? But yeah, there's scammers and devious people, you know, trying to con you, aren't there? That's why when I do my giveaways, I always do that phrase that pays, because, you know, I'm sick and tired of getting scammed, or try it. And I've never actually had a scam that succeeded, but I'm fed up with receiving them. And the other day I got the Hello Mum one again. So I replied, who is it? Now, which one are you? Thinking that I'd get someone reply back, your eldest or something. And if that was the case, I was going to say, but I've got twins. You know, I was going to like try and make them sweat a bit. And then they just give up. So I messaged them back and I went, obviously not very imaginative with your scamming then, are you? You know, kind of thought they must have twigged that I was gonna, because I've done in the past, I've played them along for quite a time, wasted their time and made them, some of them jump through hoops and stuff. One time I got involved in this very elaborate Hello Mum scam, and I got Michael involved. And he's like, and he was messaging him thinking he was going to get the money out of him. And because what it was, this is my new number, isn't it? So I gave that new number to Michael, and he sort of messaged the scammer saying, you know, why did you do that with Mum? You know how much stress she's under. You should have asked me for the money. Right, so then the scammer's messaging Michael and messaging me, you know, don't tell Mum that I'm doing this. So obviously I don't know he's doing it. He don't know I'm still messaging. But obviously we do, because we cooked it up between us. So we were like making this guy really try and get money off the pair of us. And in the end, I hit him with the, I am actually a police officer. And all the time that you've been trying to scam me and my colleague, you know, we've been tracing your number. You know, just really try our best to wind them up. And I'm terrible like that. Did it once before, like with this guy who was on a dating site who was trying to scam me. Oh, terrible. I can't help it. It's like sport to me. You know, it's like, come on then, let's see how far we can take this. I made that guy write me poetry. Well, twice. A love letter. I made him do all sorts of stuff before I hit him with the, all the time you've been speaking to me, I've been working on your extradition for fraud. Pretended I was some fraud agency. His profile disappeared like that. It was so funny. It was really cool. But I had all these people telling me, because I was in this dieting site. It was part of my Fitness Pal. And all the people I chatted to, I said, what shall I make him do? So I said, get him to write you a poem. Oh, it's brilliant. So yeah, I was doing all this stuff. I love scammers, you know, and I don't love them, but I love winding them up. I love playing with them, you know, playing them at their own game. Obviously, they're evil people. I don't love them. But you know what I mean. I love getting my own back. They have to go a long way to get me, you know. Just saying. I hope I don't get scammed now, because I should look really stupid saying that, won't I? They don't catch me. Oh my God, I've just been scammed. No, I miss out on genuine opportunities. I do. I know I do, because I will not get involved. I mean, I get so many times people say, we think your YouTube channel will be perfect for our brand. 9 times out of 10, they're not. It's not perfect for their brand at all. It's something like a computer game. You know, what kind of a crochet channel is that then? You know, they obviously don't know who they're dealing with. Kind of like, just come up with some random rubbish that would be perfect for my brand. Yeah, sure it would. You know, but there are obviously, in amongst the chaff, there are some real genuine opportunities that I just passed by. And there was one who wanted to send me some glow-in-the-dark yarn. And I said to Gary, should I trust this one? I mean, it is yarn after all. And I didn't. And then I saw someone else unboxing this on this glow-in-the-dark yarn, and I thought, oh, I could have done that. You know, it could have been me. But but then basically they wanted me to sell their yarn for them, but not in my shop. Which, you know, to me it was like, oh, okay. I didn't know whether it was going to be genuine or not, but and I was going to reply to that one and I forgot. So, but then I saw people unboxing it later on and thought, oh well, that was a genuine one. But I know I do miss out on proper bona fide influencer stuff, because I cannot, even YouTube, you know. A little while ago I did this YouTube survey that came through my YouTube, and it said, would you like to be part of our beta team? And I thought, yeah, that'd be interesting. Why not? So then every now and then they ask me to do something, but because they email it and say click the link in the email, who won't do that? Me. So I never go. You think YouTube would know better than that, though, wouldn't you? That don't email and put a link in it to click on the link, you know. Send it via your YouTube. They send stuff via YouTube all the time. So, you know, it's just not going to happen, you know. So yeah, just miss out. Never mind. Miss out on everything I do. Anyway, that way, at least you're safe-ish. There's always an ish, isn't there, really? Anyway, I'm going to get off, upload this, and, well, go to the cinema, I guess. Go see Gladiator. And see what else we can get up to while we're out. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, guys.